All right, now that we've learned how to use one Kontakt with multiple instruments, we're going to take that and apply it in a different way. First thing we're going to do is head over to the audio production share drive, open up the share folder, Dig Music. There's a folder there called One Shots 2023, and I want you to grab that whole thing and just drag it to your desktop. All right, I have a session open called One Shots with my last name, and I'm going to make 6 stereo instrument tracks. The number 6, stereo instrument. All right, I'm going to go ahead and name these kick, snare, hi-hat, bass, guitar, and synth. All right. Now, I'm going to insert on the kick track, I'm going to insert the stereo Kontakt instrument. Now, a word on Kontakt. So we've been using libraries, and many of these libraries are actual recordings of real instruments. So when you use the grandeur, wherever that might be, grand piano, that is literally, a real grand piano that had microphones around it, and someone plays that piano in a variety of velocities, in a bunch of different contexts with the lid closed, the lid half open, etc. And they create this instrument. So Kontakt also has the ability to simply play back wave files, and that's what we're going to learn how to do. So instead of using the libraries, we're going to head over to Files, and then on your desktop where you just drag that folder, you should find One Shots 2023. And when you click on it, you see the contents of that folder. We're going to start by just dragging this kick drum over. So now we have a kick drum instrument. Now when we play C3, that is the wave file recorded at pitch, just like if you were to, double click on it or click on it and press the space bar or simply listen to it. If you were to play an octave lower, it plays an octave lower or higher. The thing that you may not be able to notice so much with a kick drum, and I'll show it again, is that when you're moving down the keyboard, it's also playing that file back more slowly. And when you go up from C3, it's playing it faster. But there you have it. We have a kick. I'm going to go ahead and drag in my snare. I'm going to drag in my hi-hat, bass, guitar, and now I already have the bass and the synth. Okay, so I chose these all because I have them on my computer, but also because you can see, at least for these instruments, the bass, the guitar, and the synth, they're all in the key of C. That will become important as we play around and learn a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and kind of prepare to use these like we did the multi-instruments. And I'm going to make sure that my output and my MIDI channel kind of all match sequentially. So I'm making 2 and 2 and 3, 3. It already senses and changes the MIDI channel, but for me it just makes sense to keep everything kind of in that sequential order. So I am going to take these outputs and change them accordingly as well. So I have 2 for the snare, 3 for the hi-hat, 4, 5, and 6. And then I need to do the same thing with my MIDI channels. 5, and 6. All right. So now I'm going to go into my MIDI editor, and you can hear that I'm playing kick drum. I'm going to make a kick drum pattern. Then I'm going to click on my snare drum, and I'm going to drop my snare drum on beats 2 and 4. Give them a little bit more velocity. My hi-hat, I will just keep at a 8th note pattern. Keep it simple. Let's see, what do we got? All right, so as you can tell, now I have separation and I'm playing back these wave files. I'm going to go ahead and keep going and add in my bass note, or my bass. All right, now this is what's cool, is you can actually play with pitch. So if this is actually C, which I believe it is because the name in the file, then when I play this, it's E. Now you will notice that it's playing back, it's a little shorter because of the issue that we were talking about. I'll come back to that, I think. Going into guitar now. I think that actually plays for 2 measures. So I will take these and duplicate them. Duplicate, and actually I'll just copy that one down. Okay, so that's basically the idea. These are wave files. Okay, they're called one shots because they're essentially one little thing or one specific thing.